Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the notion of an alcohol ban in Thailand. For those who are unaware, and we have been making videos contemporaneously with this one, we have been discussing a lot of the measures in this sort of non-lockdown, as we're sort of terming it in recent weeks, that pertains to entertainment establishments, pubs, bars, and now restaurants. Restaurants in the beginning of this latest iteration of these restrictions were being allowed to serve alcohol. Now apparently there are restrictions on alcohol sales. We've had a number of clients contact us who are in the food and beverage business, and frankly, they're pretty exasperated. I'm pretty exasperated, just on a personal note, in sort of following this whole response, whatever you want to call it, because it does not seem to, for lack of a better term, make a lot of sense. Long story short, this is going to have a tremendous impact. It's already having a tremendous impact on a number of businesses here in Thailand, the economy here in Thailand, and frankly, I think that this most recent round of, let's just say restrictions, this round of restrictions probably will have the most devastating impact on at least certain segments of the Thai economy, especially small businesses here in Thailand, because you go back to a year ago, the country was sort of able, I should say that the economy, the small business economy, was rather able to sort of take the hit, if you will, in the first lockdown. We came out of that, it wasn't great, and then we proceeded to sort of, in a phased way, get things moving again. And then just up out of nowhere, right when one of the big holidays, namely International New Year, that would hopefully put some money in these small business pockets, boom, they shut things down again, and they kept them shut down for a number of weeks, depending on the province one was in. Basically, if I recall correctly, up until the end of February, Bangkok was largely shut down. Then we went through March, we've now come upon April, we've been under this sort of truncated restrictions pertaining only to bars and pubs, etc. And then now they're extending these restrictions even further. So basically there's an effective alcohol ban on premises of any type. And a lot of our clients, a lot of people have been contacting us saying, what's the point of this? Why is this being done? Because and I don't know if this is a disconnect between policymakers and, policymakers and then the execution of policy. I guess people simply don't understand that, if you're running a business, especially in the restaurant business, your money is oftentimes made on the alcohol side of the ledger. You may make some margin off of food, especially restaurants proper. I'm not talking fast food here. We're talking, a sit-down, order a meal from a menu, wait for it to come kind of restaurant. Those kind of places, frankly, they're, for lack of a better term, no pun intended, their bread and butter is, selling a beer with that hamburger or selling some wine with that steak. It's a huge segment of the way that they make their money. In a very real way, we were talking to some clients that it's almost better to wholly shut something down than to do this, where it's like, well, we're going to open, but we can't sell the exact item that makes us the money that allows us to carry on. And I totally understand the frustration from people at this point. I just, we're making other videos on this. I haven't been real vocal in expressing my personal opinions, but they're coming into line with what we're hearing from folks and what we're seeing throughout the country from people in response to this latest iteration, which, it just doesn't seem like folks are really, I should say, folks in a policy-making capacity are fully assessing the cost-benefit analysis associated with these policies.